version only. So next to it.
How are you, ma'am? Hard day. So with that, I'm not going to swear them in. I don't have letters. The letters are not sworn in. They're part of the PSI. Unless the defense has some question with that.
No, Judge, we'll just get a copy of the, we'll photocopy the letters after.
Okay, and I don't think there's any need to swear in individuals with detection unless the state wants them sworn in. Okay. Ma'am, state your full name for me, please.
My name is Sakiyna Hodgson. I'm the proud mother of Kayla Hodgson, Your Honor. First and foremost, I would like to thank the Court of Broward County, Florida for the lawful justice and all the hard work and dedication put into my daughter Kayla Hudson's case. For every detective, especially Detective Kuchler, that worked straight through until this murderer is placed behind bars. To the bailiff, Eric, who has always tried to make us, the victim's family, feel comfortable in this courtroom. To the wonderful jurors that served on this case, your civil duty did not go unnoticed. I know it was hard coming to this courtroom every day and sitting through a 4-week murder trial. I can never thank you enough for seeing this case through and getting us the victory we've been waiting on for 3 years, 3 months, and 1 day. Of course, right up to the best prosecution team any mother can pray for, and Tanya Johnson and her outstanding team. I can't thank you ladies enough for being there and giving us the reassurance every time we needed it, for helping us trust the process every step of the way, and answering every question we had as a shattered family, lost and confused with this judicial process. And of course, you, Judge Siegel, for taking into consideration every hearing date we sat on the victim's side of this courtroom, anxiously waiting for the next step, getting closer and closer to the day we hear those sweet words, the defendant is found guilty of murder in the first degree. You understood what that meant to us as a family. So I know today you understand our wrath. Thank you again for restoring my belief in the justice system. And thank you again for all the thorough and outstanding workmanship of law enforcement and everyone's role in helping Kayla's loved ones come to some type of closure today, knowing the defendant won't ever get a chance to destroy another life other than her own. And Madam Clerk, thank you too. Judge, I was advised to cut the rest, so that's all that I have to say.
You can speak whatever you want. I don't have a problem with it.
I would rather not.
Okay.
That was everything I had to say. Thank you. This is Owen Hudson, Kayla's brother.
Good afternoon, Judge. First, I'd like to thank the court and the jury for their invested time and the outcome of the case. To the reason that we are all here today, first I want you to take a look and see how many people dearly love my sister. There are many more, and I can't say the same for you. This type of love and support will never go away, and it will always be here. For the rest of your existence, you will have to look in the mirror every day, regret your decisions, and think about how foolish you are. I hope all your nights are filled with regret and loneliness, that you will never be able to see or hold your family again. Judge, I was advised not to say a lot more that I had to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Ma'am, can you please state your name, please? State your name.
My name is Sakiyna Thompson.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's very known as ESF. I have a few words. To try to make it better in the past.
You're gonna have to speak up. That microphone only picks up to the court reporter, it doesn't pick up anywhere else, so you're gonna have to speak up a little bit louder.
Kayla's passing has affected me in multiple ways. It's increased my development concentration that has affected my nursing career tremendously. I had to refuse the recent promotion at my work. Every morning when I walk my dogs at 5 a.m., I was able to see the time and discover that Kayla had to struggle and fight for her life. And at time that I'm not passing. Sitting here in this courtroom, but I came to hear that her trial was more diverse than her funeral. It has left me physically debilitated, emotionally unstable, and socially isolated. Multiple medical appointments have been defined, no one pain in my health. It has caused chronic condition to my health that will ultimately probably my health. I had her daughter through and she passed. I'm watching live nice life with us together. Then I said we wait that I would see your home. Looking at the door, and one day someone would come. And I never came back. Ultimately, was suddenly diagnosed with leukemia and us. In a living at home, under that now, my father, a lady, just an early young adult life. Today I go to the cemetery to visit her for memorial. When I get to the gates of the cemetery, most early morning, all I hear, I will be the only person in the cemetery. It's a very lonely place. It's a place where people go to rest, and where sometimes loved ones just forget them. When I get here, all I hear is birds chirping and the wind blowing. It's very sad. It's not a place for Kayla. It's sad. When I get there, it's sad. Tremendous bit of faith and reality I live with. I know Aiden is Kayla's young brother, and I have an household full brother. There were 2 young boys who are also unaffected psychologically and emotionally by passing out the voice. The perpetrator of Kayla's death, who so far has shown no remorse for her crime that she committed at private home, she breached the privacy, security, and trust of Kayla's home, took her life in the worst manner any human being can do that. 3 years ago, then 2 years later, come to work and lie about the entire crime, has shown no remorse, apparent testimony of the person who perpetrated Kayla's murder. Kayla is apparently how she feels Kayla is to blame for her own death. She has no regret to commit this crime. As Kayla's family and friends, we are unable to forgive the perpetrator of Kayla's death. We hope that one day she will wake up and acknowledge that she is the product of her own misfortune and not Kayla. I thank this
Before you state your name, each of you, please.
Good afternoon. My name is Monique Kayla. I am the proud godmother of Kayla Hodgson. Oh, yes, thank you.
I'm Bertina Piergini. I'm the chosen auntie.
Thank you.
Okay, so just real quick, I forgot, I took a lot out, so just bear with me, Your Honor.
It's not a problem.
Okay, thank you. I knew Kayla before she even opened her eyes to this world. I've been in her family since her mother was 8 and I was 18. We didn't choose each other. We were chosen by life to be family. You didn't just take a life. You stole a legacy.
These are better.
Something's worth more than gold or the breath or the payment you will ever understand. We are forever changed, but by God, you didn't break us. We are stronger, and Kayla will be remembered always.
Thank you.
As I stated, I'm Monique Kayla. I'm the proud godmother of Kayla Hodgson. I'm happy to say that I was there that the day Kayla was born. I knew from the moment I saw Kayla how much joy she would bring us. I believe that God had a real brilliant design for her. Kayla's smile was beautiful. One of my favorite things about Kayla was her laugh. Her laugh was so contagious. And it was fun just listening to her laugh. And we shared a lot of good times, especially one of my favorite times when we used to watch reruns of one of my favorite shows called The Office.
Mine too. I like that show.
So Kayla and I used to laugh. She would tell me if I missed an episode, she would tell me about it, and we would just laugh on things like that. And Kayla was also a fashionista. She was quick to tell me what I was doing wrong with my outfit. She probably would hate what I have on right now because I'm not really matching too much, but Kayla was full of light. She was full of love and joy and laughter. She was so loving and she was so loyal to a fault. Kayla would easily win the hearts of anyone who came her way. She had a beauty that resonated both inside and out. In Your Honor, I thank you for sentencing the person that saw that beauty. And because of her envy and her hateful heart, her bloodlust and blatant lack of regard for human life, she went after Kayla. Your Honor, you're not only going to be sentencing a murderer, but you're going to be sentencing a thief. This thief robbed us all, everyone you see here, and so many people that aren't even here. She robbed us all of Kayla. She robbed my children of their god sister, my nieces and nephew of their friend. She robbed her own mother of a daughter. She robbed her child of a mother. She robbed her own family, and she robbed herself an opportunity for a good future. She even tried to rob God. But however, his plan and purpose for Kayla to positively impact our lives and many lives, it still prevailed. Kayla has impacted many of the people you see standing here, sitting here in the courtroom, and so many others. You are sentencing someone who chose to kill rather than heal. You're sentencing someone who tried to take Kayla's light, but instead made it shine brighter. Now even strangers get to see how beautiful and how impactful Kayla's life was. And everyone will get to also see the darkness that this person you're sentencing and her failed attempts to cover it with false claims and her blatant lack of remorse. So thank you for sentencing someone whose pain, her pain was inflicted and the lack of remorse was seen by you, by our beautiful prosecution team, and by so many others, by the jurors, all that whom we are so thankful for. And I say personally to the detectives, the prosecution team, to the jury, and to you, Judge, thank you. I thank God that through you all, our prayers were answered, that Kayla's killer would be exposed and brought to justice. Thank you for seeing what we saw. The many chances that this person had to stop her heinous act but didn't. So thank you so much, all of you, for being as outraged as we were, as we still are. This outrage and desire for justice is what plays such an essential role in the justice that right now and ultimately is being served for Kayla and also for us. So thank you again, prosecution team, jurors, judge, in helping be that voice for Kayla. Thank you, Judge, in advance for the sentencing that will help ensure no other family or other person here has to ever endured this lifelong pain that we have. As I said earlier, I was there the day Kayla was born. And I was there the day we laid her to rest. So even though we only have 23 years, I thank God and I thank you all that we still do get to celebrate Kayla's legacy. We get to keep her alive with our stories, our pictures, our time spent together, and our love. So thank you, Judge, for sentencing this individual. Because even though she tried to take out Kayla's life and memory, sad for her that there are so many ways Kayla is here and always will be. Thank you, Governor.
Thank you.
Do you want to go now?
Just state your name for me. And the microphone is directly to court of order.
My name is Anthony. Today I want to say I'm still in disbelief that I lost someone who became more than a friend. She became a family. We grew up together and she showed me what real loyalty looked like. She had a free spirit and a beautiful soul that lived in every room she stepped into. She was full of life in a way you don't forget. Everything she said or did came from pure intentions and love. She deserved so much more. She deserved more time, more peace, and the chance to keep growing into the powerful woman she would become. What happened was so cruel and so heartless. The level of pain this has caused is someone who will carry every single day. All we want now is a justice that truly reflects who she was and what was taken from us. A justice that shows her life had immense value. A justice that honors her memories and everything she meant to the people who loved her. The people who just stood on business for her. We miss her deeply, and we will carry her spirit with us for the rest of our lives.
Thank you, sir. State your name.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
I need your name.
My name is Sakiyna Hodgson, and I am Kayla Ariana Hodgson's paternal aunt. Kayla was born December 28, 1998. Her mother, Diana Hodgson, her father, Owen Hodgson. Kayla had a dog. As you know, the dog was displayed by the defense and the prosecution during this trial. Kayla's dog, a Morkie, was named Dior, after the fashion designer Christian Dior. Dior was never the same after Kayla's murder. He died a year after Kayla's death. Kayla enjoyed a life of adventure. She was soft-spoken and conflict-averse. One of Kayla's favorite traditions was Taco Tuesday with my daughter, her cousin Alicia, and her cousin Melanie. One of her favorite dishes was the chimichanga. Dolorously, Your Honor, Kayla was savagely murdered on July 13, 2022.
There's a Kleenex here if you wish.
Your Honor, my name is Alicia. I'm Dio's cousin. My heart is broken.
cannot express. My life will never be the same. Thank you to the court for helping me and my family. My justice. We will forever miss our Kayla, and she will forever be in our hearts.
State your name.
My name is Andrew Cuthbert.
Yes, sir.
I am an Iraq war veteran. I am a lifelong martial artist, and most importantly, I am the cousin of the beloved Kayla Hodgson. I remember being a child when she heard news that her mom, Diana, was pregnant. And just being a child, I was like, wow, we get another cousin. I was very excited. As I graduated high school, I went straight to the Marine Corps, so I spent a lot of time away from home. And during that time, I got to watch Kayla online as she grew into the beautiful young lady that she was until the day that she was taken from us. Your Honor, as you can imagine, I've seen many monsters overseas, and I would have never imagined that I would be standing in this courtroom now with one in the homeland. As my experience would put it, I am a protector, and I cannot believe that I was unable to do something for my cousin. For this reason, I have my own martial arts school, and I'll be offering free training not only to my family members, but any young lady who would like to learn how to defend themselves to prevent something like this from ever happening. Kayla will be remembered. She was a radiant soul who, no matter what room she walked into, she lightened it up. Her laugh, her smile, and her beauty will be remembered because every day is Kayla. The last thing that I want to do is thank you for the justice that will be served today. But like our shirt says, justice will not truly be served until everybody unaffected is as outraged as those that are affected. Kayla, we love you, and may you rest.
Thank you, sir. Can you please state your name for me? Yeah, the microphone just, you'll be yelling in the court reporters here.
My name is Melanie.
And your relationship, please?
I am Kayla's cousin.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I want to start off by paying respects to the judge in the court for all of their individual efforts that have been exercised to bring justice to myself and my family due to one of the most heinous, jealous, hate crimes one can even hear of, much less live through. I thank Tanya and Liz and her team for their hard work, studying, dominating, and fighting for this case for 3 very long years. The jury who took their time to pay attention to key details for 4 weeks without anything in return. The various victim advocates provided by Sakiyna and her team as well, holding my aunts and I in hand through the most horrific of details shared throughout this trial. The bailiff, Eric, who makes my family and I feel comfortable and safe every single court hearing since the arraignment. I individually would like to wholeheartedly thank you all. None of your efforts have gone unnoticed. I'd also like to thank the judge and the courts for the opportunity to get up here and make an impact statement. I'm Melanie, Kayla's biological cousin and big sister at heart. On July 13th, around 3:30, I received a phone call that Kayla was found dead in her home. The very first question I asked God in the midst of all my tears laying on the floor was, who would do this
person that you didn't get to meet twice in life. She had a spirit that shined so bright. Every single room she walked into would light up like Times Square on New Year's Eve. She was a people person, easy to have a conversation with a stranger and leave you with the feeling that you've known her all your life. She was caring, the type to give you the shirt off her back if you were in need. She was family oriented, the one to always make the time to spend with family, no matter what responsibility she had to attend to. Family always came first. She was loyal, the type to have your back and best interest in a room of people talking bad about you that you weren't present to witness. She was humble, the type to compliment the loner, awkward girl in the corner of the room and make her feel like she was the most prettiest main attraction there. All of these great qualities in a person, I almost wrecked my brain out asking myself who would want to destroy such a light? Only to discover this jealous, insecure individual had the audacity to ruin my entire life. Who gave you the right to come into her home and do this to her? What makes you think you can violate someone's right of human life and take it away and just live a normal life after, as if nothing has happened? Or how about the audacity of you to come up on this stand and waste taxpayer dollars and tell them a crock of garbage to everyone in the courtroom about your blackout reasoning? You sat here and you stared at me and my family, my aunt, in our eyes, taunting us for 3 long years, showing absolutely not one drop of remorse for what you've done. In fact, your stare showed an expression of, so what? Yeah, I did it, and I do it again. 37 times you displayed that you deserve a life sentence over and over again. Stalking Kayla's Instagram for months, searching Terry's phone for any possible evidence displaying their interaction, prank calling her phone for weeks pretending to be someone else. Tell me what you thought every time you searched one Princess K on Instagram. You've seen a beautiful girl with a banging body, vibrant personality, the complete, total opposite from what you see when you stand in front of the mirror. That killed you so much, you wanted to damage her face. That's why you did what you did. But know this, if Kayla was alive, even with those scars on her face, she would have still been the most beautiful girl in the room. She would be more gorgeous than you could ever be. Your mind is so warped because the only person who benefited in this whole situation was Terry. He finally got to get rid of you. He can now enjoy his life without having to ever worry about you stalking another female interest he may have or toxically attacking him again. I now beg the judge to grant my family and other potential families that this thing has admitted to also stalking the peace we deserve and throw you in jail for the rest of your worthless life without the possibility of any parole. You bullied my sister, my little sister, behind my back. If I knew the full truth about you beforehand, this would have went another way. There isn't a fight Kayla has ever fought without me, but you caught Kayla alone, where she is far from alone. She has a village behind her that you see every single time in these court hearings. Big or small, her village shows up, showing how loved and cherished and missed and beautiful inside and out she truly is. This is something you have never and will never experience. Where's your village? No one ever seems to come to support you, but you knew this already. It all plays into your delusional desire to be jealous of Kayla. There's much more I'd like to say, but due to court rules, I will refrain. So I will say in closing, you could never dim Kayla's light. Even in death, she shines brighter than you ever possibly could shine in this life. And I look forward to hearing your life sentence ruling and much more that life has in store for an evil being such as you.